Have you ever woken up with stiff joints, a dry mouth, or that nagging feeling like your body's just slower than it used to be? Maybe you've chalked it up to getting older. But what if I told you that the culprit might not be aging at all, but the way you're drinking water? Hi there, and welcome back to the Best Life Senior community, where we believe it's never too late to feel better, move easier, and live brighter. Today we're diving into one of the simplest habits we've all been told to do since childhood. Just drink more water. But is that really the best advice for people over 60? You've heard it from doctors, fitness gurus, maybe even your grandkids. Stay hydrated, drink more water. But here's the twist no one's talking about. Drinking more water isn't always the answer. In fact, if you're over 60, drinking water the wrong way might be silently draining your energy, hurting your balance, and even affecting your memory. Yes, seriously, let's pause for a moment. You see, hydration for a 25-year-old and hydration for a 75-year-old are two completely different things. Yet most advice out there treats us all the same. That's not just unhelpful, it can be dangerous. So in this video, we're going to unpack what smart hydration really looks like after 60. We'll talk about what your body actually needs, the common mistakes seniors make without realizing it, and how you can adjust your water habits to boost your energy, protect your joints, and even sleep better at night. Let's begin by busting one of the most persistent myths out there, the idea that thirst is your body's reliable signal to drink. Now this idea sounds logical, doesn't it? Drink when you're thirsty. We've all grown up hearing it, but here's the truth that surprises many people over 60. By the time you feel thirsty, your body is already behind on hydration. That's not fear-mongering, it's biology. You see, just like your eyes need stronger glasses or your ears might lean on a hearing aid, your body's thirst reflex weakens with age. It doesn't send out those clear, urgent signals like it used to. So many seniors think, well, I'm not thirsty, I must be fine, while their body is quietly struggling. And it's not just about feeling a little dry. Chronic mild dehydration in seniors has been linked to fatigue, dizziness, poor concentration, dry skin, constipation, and even increased risk of falls. That's right. Something as simple as not drinking water regularly could be making your legs feel wobbly or your head feel foggy. I once spoke to a gentleman, 74 years old, who said he used to pride himself on how little water he needed. "I never get thirsty," he told me. But he also mentioned he'd started feeling unusually tired, and sometimes he'd feel woozy when he stood up too fast. When we gently encouraged him to space out his water intake across the day, not a gallon all at once, just small sips regularly, he saw a dramatic change. Within a couple of weeks, his energy came back and his balance improved. No medications, no special supplements, just consistent, mindful hydration. Now let's talk about timing. This is a game changer for seniors. Most people focus only on how much water to drink. But after 60, when you drink is just as important, sometimes even more so. Think about your mornings. You've just gone 6, maybe 8 hours without any fluids. Your joints are stiff, your mouth is dry, and your brain's still crawling out of that fog. So what do most people do? They reach for coffee. And while we all love a warm cup of joe, coffee on an empty stomach is a sneaky little troublemaker. It acts as a mild diuretic, meaning it actually tells your body to get rid of water. So here's a better morning routine. Before you touch that coffee cup, drink 8 to 12 ounces of room temperature water. Not ice cold, not boiling hot, just room temp. Why? Because cold water can shock your digestive system, especially if you've got a sensitive stomach or reflux issues. Room temp water is gentle, easy to absorb, and acts like the body's good morning alarm clock. Some seniors even add a pinch of sea salt or a splash of lemon juice to their morning glass. The salt helps your body hold on to water a little longer, and the lemon gives your liver a friendly nudge to start the day. Simple, natural, and powerful. And here's something that might surprise you. Clear urine isn't always a sign of good hydration. It's true. We've been told that pale, clear urine means everything's working well. But when your urine is too clear too often, especially if you're drinking a lot of water quickly, it might mean you're flushing out essential minerals like sodium and potassium. Minerals your muscles and brain desperately need to function properly. Think of it like watering a garden. If you pour a bucket of water all at once, most of it just runs off the top. But if you use a gentle, steady flow, the soil actually absorbs it. your body works the same way. Sipping water throughout the day helps you stay balanced, hydrated and nourished, not just waterlogged. Now, I know what many seniors are thinking right now, but if I drink more water, I'll be up all night going to the bathroom. And that's a real concern. No one wants to risk a fall in the middle of the night or lose precious sleep to multiple bathroom trips. That's why smart hydration isn't about guzzling water before bed. It's about front-loading your fluids earlier in the day. Drink more in the morning and afternoon. Then, about 90 minutes before bed, have a light hydration top off. Just 4 to 6 ounces of water, maybe even a warm herbal tea or a slice of juicy fruit like orange or cucumber. That gives your body what it needs without overwhelming your bladder at midnight. Before we move on, let's pause here for a quick reminder. Hydration isn't just about water. It's about rhythm, awareness, and knowing your body's changing needs. One-size-fits-all advice doesn't work once you hit your 60s, but that doesn't mean you're stuck. In fact, it means you have more power to support your health than ever by simply making smarter choices with your daily habits. Let's keep going, because now that we've talked about why thirst isn't a reliable guide and how your body changes after 60, it's time to go deeper, literally, into where your hydration actually comes from. Here's something that surprises most people. Not all your hydration has to come from water. In fact, around 20 to 30% of your daily fluid needs can come from food. And for seniors, this can be a game changer. Why? Because food-based hydration tends to stick around longer in the body. It doesn't just run through you. It absorbs slowly, releases minerals, and helps with digestion. So what kinds of foods should you be eating more of? The good news is many of these are things you already enjoy. Think juicy fruits and crunchy veggies, cucumbers, watermelon, oranges, strawberries, celery, and lettuce. These are nature's little hydration heroes. They're over 90% water and packed with vitamins and minerals that your body loves. Plus, they're easier on the stomach than guzzling large amounts of water. I once met a woman in her late 60s who said she never liked drinking water. It made her feel bloated and cold. So we started focusing on hydrating foods, adding a bowl of fruit in the morning, sliced cucumbers with lunch, and a warm vegetable stew at dinner. Within a few weeks, her headaches reduced, her digestion improved, and, this one she really loved, her skin looked noticeably healthier. She said, "I didn't realize my skin was thirsty too." And she's right. Hydration isn't just about avoiding dry mouth. It supports skin elasticity, joint lubrication, mental clarity, and even blood flow. So when your body gets what it needs, it doesn't just feel better, it shows it. Speaking of stews, let's not forget the power of soups and broths. These are especially helpful for seniors because warm liquids are soothing, easy to digest, and sneak in extra fluids without making you feel waterlogged. Bone broth in particular is fantastic. It hydrates, offers collagen for joints and skin, and includes natural electrolytes like sodium, calcium, and magnesium. But now, let's shift gears and talk about something that can quietly sabotage all your good hydration habits: medications. This one's big. As we get older, we tend to take more prescriptions, and many of those common meds, like blood pressure pills, allergy medications, antacids, and even over-the-counter pain relievers, can act like diuretics. In simple terms, they tell your body to release water, whether you need to or not. This creates a tricky situation. You might be treating one problem, say high blood pressure, but unintentionally creating another, chronic dehydration. And worse, the symptoms of dehydration, fatigue, dizziness, brain fog, can be mistaken for aging or blamed on the medication itself. I've heard countless stories of seniors who said things like, "I just don't feel like myself anymore," or "I get lightheaded if I stand up too quickly." Sometimes all it takes is adjusting their hydration strategy, not changing the medication, just balancing out the fluid loss with steady intake and a few key minerals. So what can you do if you're on one of these medications? First, have a quick conversation with your doctor or pharmacist. Ask them directly, "Does this medication increase fluid loss?" You deserve to know. And if the answer is yes, don't just chug more water. Balance it with electrolytes. Let's talk about those for a moment. Electrolytes are minerals, like sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium, that help regulate nerve function, muscle contraction, and fluid balance. Without enough of them, your body can't use water effectively. In fact, too much plain water without electrolytes can flush these minerals out, leaving you feeling worse than before. So how do you get electrolytes naturally? Well, coconut water is one good source. Just watch for added sugars. Bone broth, again, is another. And even a pinch of sea salt in your morning water can help your body hold on to fluids more effectively. You don't need fancy powders or sports drinks, just small, mindful tweaks. Now, I know some of you may be wondering about those hydration supplements, the powders, tablets, or drops that promise to hydrate you 3 times faster. Are they worth it? The answer is, it depends. Some are nothing more than flavored sugar water with a few fancy marketing claims. But others, especially those designed to mimic medical-grade oral rehydration therapy, can actually be helpful, if used correctly and only if you need them. Here's how to know if a hydration supplement might benefit you. Are you on multiple medications that dehydrate you? Do you experience frequent muscle cramps, chronic dry mouth, or feel foggy even when you've had plenty of water? Do you sweat a lot or have digestive issues like IBS or constipation? If yes to any of those, a supplement with balanced electrolytes, no fake colors, no sky-high sugar, might give you the extra support you need. The key is transparency. A good supplement should clearly list its ingredients, how much sodium, potassium, magnesium, and glucose is included. If it hides behind a proprietary blend, it's probably not worth your money. You want clarity, just like you want in your body. Now, let's come back to something simple. Most seniors don't need to complicate hydration with expensive products. You can get 80–90% of your needs met with a well-balanced day of smart water intake, hydrating foods, and avoiding a few common traps. One of those traps? Flavored waters and vitamin drinks that claim to boost hydration. Let's be honest, most of them are just glorified juice. They might look healthy, with pictures of oranges or berries on the label. But turn it around and you'll often see high sugar content, artificial sweeteners, or preservatives. These don't help. They confuse your body, spike your blood sugar, and leave you more thirsty than when you started. Another sneaky trap is chugging a lot of water all at once, especially right before meals. This can dilute your stomach acid, making digestion harder. If you've ever felt bloated after drinking a tall glass of water with dinner, now you know why. Instead, sip slowly before your meal, or take small amounts during. Your digestion and your comfort will thank you. Let's wrap up this part with a simple truth. Hydration is not a one-size-fits-all deal. It's not just drink 8 glasses a day and call it good. Your body is unique. Your needs change over time. And when you begin to tune into those changes, you gain power over how you feel. Every single day. So don't just follow the crowd. Don't chase trends. Listen to your body, make small adjustments, and you'll be amazed at how much sharper, steadier, and stronger you feel, without changing anything else in your life. Let's keep going, because if there's one time of day where hydration becomes a little tricky for seniors, it's right before bed. I've heard this concern from so many folks. I'm afraid if I drink too much water at night, I'll be running to the bathroom all night. Or worse, I might fall. That fear is completely valid. No one wants broken sleep or midnight accidents. But here's the flip side. Cutting off fluids too early in the evening can actually backfire. You see, if you stop drinking water around 5 or 6 p.m., your body still has several hours to go before bedtime, and even longer before breakfast the next day. That's a long, dry stretch, and during that time, dehydration starts creeping in. You may not notice it right away, but it shows up in small ways. Dry mouth, leg cramps, restless sleep, waking up groggy or with a headache. So what's the answer? How do you stay hydrated and sleep through the night peacefully? Here's a simple, senior-friendly strategy. Introduce what I like to call a hydration wind-down. About 60 to 90 minutes before bed, have a small top-off. Not a full glass of water, just 4 to 6 ounces of something your body can absorb slowly. This might be a half cup of warm bone broth, a soothing herbal tea like chamomile or rooibos, or even a slice of juicy fruit like orange or cucumber. The goal isn't to flood your system, it's to nourish it gently. This helps maintain fluid balance through the night and reduces those annoying symptoms that wake you up at 2 a.m. feeling parched or cramped. And here's another tip. Go to the bathroom right before bed even if you don't feel the urge. It might seem unnecessary, but it actually resets your bladder's timing and can help you sleep longer without interruption. Now, if you're still waking up multiple times a night, hydration might not be the only issue. It could be blood sugar swings, medications, poor circulation, or even low magnesium levels. But making sure your body isn't running dry overnight is one piece of the puzzle, and one of the easiest to fix. And let's not forget, hydration affects more than just your sleep. It plays a major role in how you move, think, and feel every single day. When your body has the fluid it needs, your joints feel more lubricated, your muscles work more smoothly, and your brain sends clearer, faster signals. You may even find yourself less cranky, more focused, and able to do the things you love with less effort. So let's bring everything together into one simple routine, a daily rhythm you can follow that doesn't require fancy tools, complicated schedules, or forcing yourself to drink gallons of water. Here's what smart hydration looks like, from morning to night. Start your day with 8 to 12 ounces of room temperature water before anything else. Before coffee, before food. This one habit alone can boost your circulation, jumpstart digestion, and even reduce morning aches. If you want to get a little fancy, you can add a slice of lemon or a small pinch of sea salt, just enough to help your body absorb and retain the fluid. Then, throughout the day, aim for small sips, not big gulps. Don't chug water just because you remember you should. Instead, take a sip or two every hour. You can even tie it to your routine, after brushing your teeth, after you check your emails, or before each meal. And remember, food counts. Include at least one hydration-rich food with every meal. A few slices of watermelon with breakfast, a handful of lettuce or cucumber with lunch, a warm soup or stew at dinner. These not only hydrate you, they also nourish your body in ways plain water never could. What about coffee or tea? You don't have to give them up. Just be smart. For every cup of coffee, drink a small glass of water alongside it. It's like balancing your checkbook. If you make a withdrawal, make a deposit too. Then, in the evening, stop heavy drinking 90 minutes before bed. But don't cut it off completely. That gentle top off, a little broth, a light tea, or a juicy fruit, helps you sleep better without the midnight dash to the bathroom. Now, what if you're taking medications? That's where awareness becomes even more important. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist and find out whether your prescriptions are increasing your fluid loss. If they are, ask how you can safely adjust. Maybe that means spreading your water intake more evenly, or adding small amounts of electrolytes to your routine. And that brings me to one final point: electrolytes. These are your hydration helpers, little minerals that work quietly in the background, keeping your body in balance. Without them, water just rushes through your system and leaves you feeling drained. So don't be afraid to season your hydration. Just a pinch of sea salt here, a few sips of coconut water there, or even natural bone broth. You don't need expensive powders or pills. The simpler, the better. So, where do you go from here? Start small. Tomorrow morning, try that first glass of water. At lunch, add a slice of orange. In the evening, warm up some broth or sip a calming tea. See how your body responds. It won't take long. Usually within a few days, seniors report better energy, easier digestion, and fewer dizzy spells. If you're feeling tired, foggy, or just off, don't assume it's age. Don't assume it's something you have to live with. It could be as simple as hydration done smarter. You deserve to feel steady on your feet. You deserve clear thinking and good sleep. And you certainly deserve to enjoy each day without worrying about avoidable issues like headaches, cramps, or fatigue. The best part? You can start right now. No appointments, no equipment, no waiting. So give your body what it's really asking for. Not just more water, but water in the right way, at the right time, with the right balance. And if you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments below. Share your experience, what's worked for you, what questions you still have. We love hearing from you. And if you haven't already, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell so you never miss a tip that could make your life just a little easier. Because aging doesn't mean slowing down, it means living smarter. And hydration, when done right, might just be one of the simplest, most powerful ways to do that. Here's to sleeping better, thinking clearer, moving easier, and waking up every morning feeling like yourself again. You've got this.